Hey everybody, it's Mark here at the Box SF on a Monday. We're a week out from our next event on November 4th. My God, and then the next day is the election. So I can't believe we're already headed to November here and Halloween and all that. My favorite time of year, fall to Christmas. So that's great. We have a good group of people coming so far. Don't look at our meetup group for the number of people attending because that's just never going to be accurate. You know, we've been in tech hell here for the last 10 days. And, you know, it's funny when I think about my network and I'm like, I just want to have somebody come here and hold my hand every day and tell me that things are going to be okay when it comes to our email, our servers, our websites, our DNS settings, and I don't understand people who are wired like this. And some of you are wired like this. And like, man, I have such a new appreciation for somebody who even thinks in that part of their brain, because I live in this creative part of my brain. And like, when it comes to anything technical, I just shut down. So I was laughing with Albert from Albert's List because we had seen a post where somebody had talked about how they had been out of work for a couple of years. And they just were frustrated and couldn't understand why nobody would hire them or why they hadn't been hired. And they said, you know, they were just adamant that I am not going to accept a job for under $400,000 a year. And after I put my eyeballs back into my head and closed my mouth, I was amazed that I guess I'm just old. I mean, I know I'm old, but the idea that anybody would make $400,000 a year for, frankly, any job is beyond me. And so then I was telling another friend of mine the other day about this, who happens to work at Meta and he's an engineer at Meta. And I was just like, you don't make $400,000 a year, do you? And he rolled his eyes. He's like, no. And I'm like, do you mind if I ask roughly how much you make? And he's like, well, I said, do you make 200? And he's like, oh yeah. And I was just like, what? And I'm trying to think of the last time if I even ever have made $200,000 a year in 1 year in my life. Mostly that's because I work for myself. And I've always taken any money I make and put it right back into my business. So for those of you out there who are making between 200 and a gazillion, good on you. But I don't think that that's most of the world unless I am more naive than I thought. And so, you know, the art of active networking is about helping us all to do better and to helping us to find jobs and to find our solutions to our problems and our struggles. And so that's what we do. And I have a fantastic network. And I found out that one of those people makes over $200,000 a year working for Meta as an engineer. And I'm sure that there's a host of people from making nothing and artists that are scraping by and other professions that are scraping by to doctors and lawyers and I don't know, the other end of the spectrum that's making a lot more than that. So come to these events, meet the community. If you've got the resources, help out. Help people find jobs, help people get back to work, help people find their passions, which is what I'm all about. I'm about building community, helping each other to do better, regardless of what it is that we need and want. And so to that end, we have our vendor tables for sale for $50. Our tickets are $20, and anybody that wants to come is welcome. If there's a musician out there who would like to perform, please do reach out to me. If you're an artist or a vendor and you'd like to have one of our vendor tables, we'd love to have you. If anybody has a $400,000 a year job that will hire me for any of the things that I know how to do, I'm available. Anyway, I'll see you next week, and I hope you have a great week. Thanks. Bye.